Hey, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to Dano Crypto. What is going on, guys, gals, aliens, and degen freaks? Welcome to the live stream. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's see if we can get the chat going. What is going on, everyone? Hope you're doing well. Smash up the likes. We are going to get into the news. You read the title right. Kucoin, not bankrupt, but they have been served by the DOJ, I believe. If we get our news correctly, we had the articles pulled up. We're going to get into that. U.S. charges Kucoin crypto exchange with anti-money laundering failures. Okay, so it's getting a little serious here. So the thing is, we have some tweets from Kucoin to respond to these claims, and we're gonna get into the news. We're also gonna get in the charts, guys. We're also gonna get into the meme coins that I've been following as of late. We're gonna get into the Bitcoin price. We're gonna get into the Bitcoin price predictions. We're going to get into some chains that you guys need to look into, and I'll just go through the portfolio and the mixed bag that we've been building up and that we think is going to perform well this year and going into 2025, and things that we want to zoom out for the long-term bag, and we can use some of these short-term meme plays to get some more money in the market, to get more into these blue chips. So if you're with me, guys, smash up the like. Let me know that you're here. Let yourselves be known. Let me know where you're watching from, whoever you are, wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching. All I ask is that you guys hit the like button. When you hit the like button, it pumps me up. I've been feeling really pumped. I've also been feeling a lot of this urgency. I know you guys probably been feeling it all around the world with events that have been happening. I mean, there's just been some crazy things happening in the news all over, like just across the board. I think this is going to be one of the weirdest years, possibly. I mean, COVID was definitely, 2020 and 2021 was a doozy. But man, we're gonna start getting into some weird times, guys. Some very weird times. So if you agree with me, put a thumbs up in the chat. Let me know if you're with me. See how many people we got. We're gonna get into this news article real quick. All right, so federal prosecutors in Manhattan on Tuesday charged Kucoin, one of the world's largest crypto exchanges, with violating U.S. anti-money laundering laws by failing to vet customers, allowing billions of dollars in illicit funds to be transferred since its founding in 2017. So what does this mean? Well, I think this means that we need to remember something, guys. If you have PTSD from 2022 or 2023, is that we saw a lot of exchanges like Voyager. We saw all these holding platforms like Celsius, and just go down the board. BlockFi is another one where apparently some people are going to get, they're going to get their money back, but who knows? But we just saw that we had some massive failures, and it could be that it could be hard to get your money off Kucoin, just like it was with, say, Voyager. I was burned with Voyager, could not get my funds off the exchange. They paused trading, and you know what happens after that. So I think it's a lesson that it's not your keys, not your crypto. But this is a message from Kucoin. This was just today at 11:40. Kucoin is operating well, and the assets of our users are absolutely safe. We are aware of the related reports and are currently investigating the details through our lawyers. Kucoin respects the laws and regulations of various countries and strictly adheres to compliance standards. So, welcome to the FUD train, guys. This is what's going to be happening. There's going to be some attacks going down on the exchanges, and they're probably going to, a lot of them are going to possibly being served some papers, and it's going to spook the market a little bit. Probably it's going to spook some exchanges, but it's looking like that it's not slowing down the people that are part of the Kucoin community, because there is a big community for Kucoin. But I use Kucoin. You know, I've briefly tested it, but I think ultimately, you know, being sometimes the Wild West in crypto, we're going to see in the future like some regulations going down the pipes, and you know, Brian Armstrong with Coinbase talks a lot about that with that regulation and how it is gonna eventually have to happen, and but then there's also going to be the boundaries with DeFi, so it's going to be weird how we navigate this space with DeFi and going into centralized exchanges, and how we're going to, you know, because we do have digital sovereignty, we do have some, you know, we're supposed to have digital freedom, and with our assets. So we'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes. All right, so let's get into the overall market. So if we go into the overall markets right now, let's see what we're looking at here. Let's see what we're looking at. All right, shout out to you guys who are popping in the live stream, the random live stream. I know it wasn't planned, so I won't be mad if there is not a lot of people in here, because sometimes it's just, you know, it's sometimes random. Let's see, we've been getting a lot more people on X, which is great. So if you are watching on X, I can see your message. So if you go on X and you go right here and you say something in the chat, it will pop up on the screen. You can say yo, 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 and it will pop up. Let yourselves be known. I want to know who my X watchers are. Shout out to the X watchers. The X watchers. It sounds like something from the X-Files. The X watchers. All right, so Bitcoin is sitting at 70,461. So it's funny. I think, you know, a lot of people were thinking, we're going to go below 61, but we actually bounced pretty nice off of some levels, and it's been looking good. So we actually so what we did is we just bounced off the trend line. So if you were to just draw a trend line from where we are, right, from where we came from, at this 40,000 level, you would think that, okay, yeah, we were just touching the trend line again. We were just, okay, we're just, boom, okay, got a little overbought here, and people wanted to take some profits, especially the people with the GBTC fees and all that stuff, all the outflows. And then we had a really, really nice bounce off that trend line 2 different times. Boom, boom. So this is just proving the strength of the trend, and that we're going to be touching the top of the band here pretty soon it was at 73,000, but now it's looking like it's going to be at 74, top of the band. And this is where I think we're going to be heading in the immediate short term, is probably at this $81,000 level, because this is just kind of just showing the strength of the trend that we're in for Bitcoin. And if you look at the overall RSI here, we're starting to get that, you know, the bears are getting wrecked. People are wanting to see that price go into these territories where we're breaking new all-time highs again and going into price discovery mode. So I'm ready for it. But so what is that going to do with the altcoin market? So I think the altcoins are going to see that jump. We gotta get back to these price levels that we were in November. So if we're looking at November, I want to look at November 2021 right here, and this is for XYO. Massive pump. I'm looking to get even these price ranges right here. And then we've been investing in NAKA games. We like testing out NAKA games. I think it's going to perform very well. I think this is an easy 10, 15x win, even more, especially at the market cap that it's sitting at. And then we love Chainlink. I think Chainlink is a good accumulation. Even at these levels, even at $20, you know, even at $20, because we saw Chain at 52. So we're going to see what happens with Link. Let me know in the chat if you like Link. Cardano, huge buying zones through this whole bear market right here. We've only seen one nice pump, 50%, and then just 123%. So this is basically the most underperforming altcoin out of all the altcoins in terms of price movements. So until we start getting up past $1 Cardano, once even Cardano gets past $1, I think all these other altcoins are already going to be sending, because Cardano is definitely a lagging altcoin for sure. I mean, even Phantom, you see Phantom had that same price drawdown all during the bear market, and then you can see that this has way more price movement, 68%. You see 13%. I mean, overall price movement of 196% on Phantom. And then you look at something like Metis, which was in the previous market, up 300, you know, in 2022, $322. So if you're looking for something for better bang for your buck, when it comes to altcoins, you got Metis, you got Ordi, STG, all-time high of $1.37. Good narrative on STG. And then AVAX. I think AVAX definitely has a good potential run to at least push up and test that $80, $81 level right here. All-time high 147. If you're looking at doing anything like DeFi with AVAX using MetaMask, there is Trader Joe. So I've been looking at the coin Joe. So this is what I've been doing. This has been the strategy for me, is if I can follow it. So the strategy is, okay, see what ecosystems people are jumping into. So right now it's base. So it's been Solana. Solana's still getting some traction, but now it's going into base. So I've been focusing on Brett. I think Brett is the meme that is going to get into the possible like $1 billion market cap, where we see potential of it, you know, doing something like a Shiba or Pepe or something like that, because I think it might be the most adoptable, just like easy meme coin for people to get into. So I've been paying attention to Brett on base, and then you got a for the funny ones, you got Kakinu for AVAX. I'm sure you guys have heard of that one. If you haven't, it's pretty hilarious. So it's been super quiet in the chat. There's 6 people in YouTube. Now there's 7. There's only 2 likes. So I've been telling you guys there's a cheat code for when you're watching on the TV, and I've been telling you wrong. It's the wrong cheat code. Let me tell you the right cheat code for if you're watching on the TV. You hit up, right, select, and that's how you hit the like button on the TV. That is the cheat code, the Dano Crypto cheat code of when you want to hit the like button on the TV. You hit up, right, select, and that like blasts you off into the matrix and cracks your mind open into starting to think about putting whole paychecks into Bitcoin. Yes, I said it. That's where we're headed, guys. You got to start thinking about putting whole paychecks into Bitcoin, because you know, I had an interesting conversation with my wife. You know, we were like, okay, you know, she came home and she said, I saw eggs, a dozen eggs, and they cost $11. And so we just got talking into how our dollar and just the value of it is obviously inflating, which is making the price of goods and everything else inflate. So when you have to put you got to think about it this way. Say you're putting your money into a savings account, and the dollar is losing its value by 10 to 15%, and that savings account is only giving you maybe 3% or something like that, then you're still losing 10% of the value of your dollar and your purchasing power. And then all the while, everything like eggs and bread and all the basic things that you need to survive, basic necessities, are going up in price. So what do you do to combat that? You have to put your money, the fiat, into a system that is going to give you a percentage output return that is a positive, more positive return going into battling that inflation. So what is that? Bitcoin is that good store of value. And then also we're trying to use altcoins, we're trying to use meme coins and everything to basically get more BTC, because ultimately we're probably going to be pricing stuff in BTC and we're going to be trading stuff in BTC, because it's like owning a piece of Manhattan, like a piece of digital Manhattan. You know, like if you bought real estate in like the 1920s or something like that. You bought like a flat. You know? So speaking of digital real estate, so we wanted to go into some of the different ecosystems that, but just besides Bitcoin, we've talked about the Phantom ecosystem, we've talked about multiple ecosystems on this channel, but we like to go into Pulse Chain as well, because I've just been testing out Pulse Chain. I haven't gone fully in. I've just, thrown just a couple $100, and I've bought Pulse Chain. I've bought the PLSX token as well. I've bought Hex, and I've also bought the incentive token. I've also put some of the PulseX and the Hex and PLSX into liquidity pools to be able to earn incentive token. So I've already earned almost about $5 in incentive token already just by doing this over the past 30 days. So currently, with just having a couple $100 in the Pulse Chain ecosystem with the liquidity pools, I'm earning $5. So you can just imagine if you had, say, a couple $1,000 that's been sitting in your savings account, and you started to play around with these liquidity pools, and you start earning interest because you're getting those the LP, you're getting paid fees with that trading pair for the DEX. So this is a really, really good way to get exposure into an ecosystem and learn how to do these liquidity pools, learn about, something like Pulse Chain. You can do this on something like Stargate Finance, like we were talking about SDG, and you can do that on the SDG platform, bridge tokens. You can provide liquidity with stable coins and stuff like that. So it's just a way, like, through accumulating, that you can also be doing DeFi as well. So let me know, guys, if you are actually doing any of that stuff, and if you've been successful, and what your strategy is. I would like to know. Either people are just super, super quiet in the chat, or there's like some like secret like mod that's just like sniping everyone's comments out or something. Or I have been completely shadow banned because I've been speaking a lot of truth recently, and I've been saying a lot of the things and words and names that the algorithm does not like, and sadly, we know who owns YouTube. It's all the powerful GOOGLE. All right, so let's look at. We got Damien. Okay, we got someone. We got someone in the chat. There it is. I was just waiting, because normally when I go live, the chat is a little bit more active, but all right, so we're on Morales Money right now. If you guys haven't checked out Morales Money, they've actually added a really amazing quick start guide where you can go new tokens with positive buy pressure. You can look at trending AI tokens, gaming tokens, trending DeFi tokens, layer 2s, meme coins. So, all right, so let's run a strategy for meme coins. And it's just starting with, oh, thank you. Damien Wins, sharing it to X right now. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, so right now, we got NAKA Leka Pepe coin. So this Pepe coin has been popping up, and I don't know if this is the actual original Pepe coin, because there's Pepe and then there's Pepe coin. So, and it said the coin age was 333 days ago, and then we have Pepe here, which was 347 days ago. So I guess this was the original Pepe coin, and it's starting to gain more traction and get more buy pressure. So is it going to actually jump up to Pepe's market cap? We will see. I would say, so we got Pooh. I remember seeing this. This was the Pooh Bear meme coin. And then we got Cat coin. Let's see what else, anything else we're familiar with. We have, yeah, Baby Shiba Inu. This is Sheena Inu. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I've seen Sheena Inu. This is kind of like the girl version of the, I guess, more fiery, dominant male Shiba Inu, I guess. All right, so let's see. Scarlet Fire here, but I lost you at Pulse, and Hex got burned bad on bridge and while back and turned me off from the chain. How'd you get burned on the bridge? The bridge worked perfect for me. And I've also been using a great, I mean, the service worked great for me, was the crypto swap. It's called Change Now. Yeah, changenow.io, and I've used it already about 3 or 4 times, and it worked very successful with using the Tron network, using USDT to be able to go into Pulse. So I don't know. I've never had any issues with Pulse. I bridged my Hex. I mean, I only had like $100 of Hex on Ethereum, and the gas fee was nice and low, so I bridged over right when the bridge went live. I bridged it over. But yeah, people, it's weird. Like, I get people they get very turned off by Pulse Chain, but I'm going into it with not a lot of money. I might put maybe just a couple grand in it or something like that to see what happens, because I'm not going to be the person that was like, oh, I'm not gonna, even put $1 into an incentive token or Pulse Chain and then watch it, 50x or 100x or something like that when Bitcoin starts going to 100,000. So I think that this is how my strategy is I'm trying to be diversified, and I don't want to have all my money in one exchange. I don't want to have all my money in one wallet, or you have to kind of have it all spread out, because you never know what's going to happen. So, and at least if you know you can have something in one place where you can exit out, or figure out what you're going to do. That's how I've been operating now, because I started out with only having all of my stuff on one place, and you get burned hard on that. All right, so I just saw some comments come up on the screen, so let me go and address these comments. So we had Bishwa. Shout out to Bishwa and Wile E. Coyote. What is going on, guys? So do you think that Bitcoin could go as low as $59,000 before the halving? Well, actually, I think it's going to go as high as 80,000 before the halving. And I think at the halving, we're going to have a price pump, it's going to surprise everyone. And then we might even have a supply shock happen where it activates Bitcoin going to 100K, in the next 2 weeks, because the Bitcoin halving is coming up in 24 days, guys. 24 days. So we're going to see in the next 2 to 3 weeks some really interesting things happening, especially because every time we've seen recently with the dips, that we're just hitting the trend line. So if we were just to keep extending this trend line out and let it keep going, even if we dipped and wanted to do a little swoop like this again and touch this trend line, then we would still be in business. We would still be in business, because we would just kind of go like this. We'd touch 70 again. We would come up, go like this, and we just keep up on that trend. I mean, honestly, yeah, I think it'll pump up. It's gonna retest these highs. We got rejected at 73,800, and we just tested the trend line. That's all we did, was just test trend line. So this is like a bullish, if you want to go by like the Morales money line, you know, this is like a bullish money trend line right here. So this is why you can't be a bear right now, because it's just that the chart is showing you that it's bullish. So even in the short-term price dips, don't freak out. Like even this one right here, it's nothing. Like it wasn't even that big of a dip. So let's see. It wicked into 16%, and then we recovered already. So 16%. So it wasn't like a 30% drawdown or anything like that. It wasn't anything crazy. Nothing to be worried about. So, you know, my thumbnail looks really dramatic. I'm like, you know, making the worst face. All right, so yeah, the XYO. Yep, I love XYO. So Bishwa, I bought 0.2 BTC when BTC was 67K, but I converted 0.2 BTC into USDT. Now I converted my USDT to BTC. I wait the price go low down to 67K to get my 0.2 BTC. That was a mouthful. Yeah, so it's funny, like, so I have this strategy right now where I'm trying to trade into getting a whole, like, quarter BTC, half a BTC, even just like, you know, like some thousands of dollars worth of BTC. And so let's see, Scarlet Fire said, we are not ready for what BlackRock is about to do. It's going to happen fast. It will melt. Faces, I think is what you were trying to say. Yes, I think BlackRock probably is going to either, they're just going to say, hey, the supply is actually running out in areas of where we could legally buy Bitcoin. And so what they're probably going to do is they're going to be scooping it up. And then we got Michael Saylor, we got MicroStrategy buying up Bitcoin. We got nation states. We got El Salvador, you know, buying Bitcoin. We got all of these rumored people that are going to be putting billions into Bitcoin. So this is the obvious hardest working asset in the world. So that's why I'm becoming more of a Bitcoin maxi. I think, you know, actually now Bitcoin is one of my biggest holdings. I have more Bitcoin in terms of value, in terms of all of my holdings. So, and I feel like I think that if you're in crypto, I don't think you need to listen to anyone that's telling you, oh, you don't need to hold Bitcoin. It's just like, they don't understand. Like, the whole point is to get more sats. Like I love, like, if you're a fan of Carl the Moon, Carl Runefelt, like he's so bullish on Bitcoin, and I think he's always been super bullish on Bitcoin. He's invested in crypto gaming, and he's been one of the biggest investors, I think, across the board when it comes to like different crypto projects, you know, in DeFi. And so, but he's always been super bullish on Bitcoin and accumulating into Bitcoin. So I really like his mentality, and I think I've kind of adopted that as well, and to think like, yeah, you just, like, if you can just, you have to accumulate more sats. And yes, there are points and times to sell, or you know, Michael Saylor would disagree and say you never sell your Bitcoin, you know, you always hold your Bitcoin. But yeah, guys, I think we're coming into a time where we're gonna get really surprised. I think this cycle is, you know, a lot of people have been saying it's different. This cycle's different, you know. But you can see here, look at the MACD. I mean, look at this MACD right now. The selling is exhausted, and we are about to cross here. And you see the last time right here, February where we crossed, we just had a massive breakout. So we're due for another cross right here. And once we get that cross, we are going to we're gonna test these levels again. It's just a matter of time. Well, it's always gonna dump. It's just, Bitcoin always dumps, like, just like every coin. It's always going to go up, and then it's gonna go down. Look what it did here. It went up, then it went down. It went up, oh, and then it went down again. Oh, and then it went up, and then it went down. So really, what we're doing is just we're looking at the band. The Bollinger Bands will tell you, hey, if the price is pushing up against these bands, and we're looking look at these rounded RSI patterns here, where at a point here we were still in an uptrend, and you would think like at this point, oh my god, it's gonna dump hard, like it's so overbought, and it still kept pumping off of these levels. And look, now we're getting really close to these same levels right here, but look at where the RSI is. So that's where you have to look at. So that's where I feel like if you were to be a TA guy, if you're going to be a TA guy, then I would bet that we're going higher right now. Like you could long and bet that it's going to go to 74. I'm trading on that right now. We got AI Griff. What's going on? He was you're late. Starting at the beginning. Woo! Let's go. All right. Welcome. Yeah. So I told myself I was starting at 9. I started exactly at 9. I was just only going to go for about 30 minutes. So I have hit my 30-minute limit. And but I could go for a couple minutes longer. But if you guys throw me, you got to hit the like button. You got to hit the subscribe button. You also have to throw me some questions. We could do some Q&A, and we can do some fast blast TA and some coins. So let's see. Scarlet Fire. I missed your comment. Let me go back. Scarlet Fire said, for a newbie, what is the best way to offer or off and on ramp your crypto when you're taking profits? Now that, my friends, is the best question in the entire world. That's the golden goose question. How do you, when you actually have the profits, get the damn profits in like to be able to even have them? Like, okay, so there's USDC, there's USDC, there's USDT, there's DAI, but obviously it all depends on the country that you're living in. Obviously, the crypto exchanges that have a debit card and that also are going to be able to ACH link with your bank account. So there's third-party companies that do this. There's, I know Trust Wallet uses third-party, like I think they use Transact. I can't remember exactly which company they use as third-party that you can just ACH sell. And MasterCard and Visa have partnered up with a lot of different third-party companies to be able to do this. So it all depends on... Am I a crypto millionaire? No, I will be a crypto millionaire, but I'm on my way. I'm building it up. I say I'm a crypto thousandaire. but yeah. I always say I'm a thousandaire. But yeah. On my way, my friends. On my way. But yeah, I think the best way is like, so for instance, like I like to use I've used Coinbase, I've used crypto.com personally, like, cause they have debit cards. So if you want to be able to get cash out fast, like you can I've sent it to my crypto.com card using USDC on the Polygon network or the Solana network. So that gets it in fast. If you're like really like, hey, I need to be able to like buy something real quick, or I just want to be able to make a transaction, you can do it that way. So that is how I like to do it. But I like that question. That's a really good question. Love it. But guys, thank you so much for being in the live stream. Thanks for the questions. And if you haven't hit the like button, remember the cheat code on the TV is up, right, select. Up, right, select. That's the cheat code to hit the like button on the TV. If you're on your YouTube app, streaming on your TV, hopefully you're by your fireplace. TV, you got Dano on the live. You're like, what is this guy even saying? All right, so let's get into the trades. I want to show you guys some trades. I want to show you what we're getting into here. We have some trades running on BTC. This is our long-term trade. But we are keeping cautious with the news of Kucoin, because right as we get that news of Kucoin, we start seeing MEXC get mentioned. And so this is, I thought this was funny. MEXC CEO, when he heard Kucoin got charged.
What's the game? This is the big question. What's the game? That tastes like promotion!
Like it tastes. So, I don't know. Oh, nice. You got a Starlink. Awesome. Shout out to Wile E. Coyote. So, 4x4. So you say you cut down. You're a logger. If I can remember correctly, you said you are a logger. That's what you do for a living? Because I remember you said time to go back and cut some trees or something like that, but you were just cutting down trees to make a fire. I don't know. You'll have to refresh my memory. Wile E. Coyote. But yeah, we are in a we're in BTC longs, 2 BTC longs. We are going to keep these longs open as long as we possibly can. So we've been funding them. We have been using this. Oh, nice. Awesome. So you gotta explain to me exactly what an arborist does, because you just saw how I was like, oh, an arborist. I'm like, yeah, an arborist. I'm not gonna pretend like I know exactly what an arborist does. And if you think I'm dumb that I don't know that, I don't effing care. You'll just have to school me right now live on my live stream. Yeah, you're wrecked, bro. You're screwed. I would run. No, just kidding. Honestly, it's just like, look, I think at this point, you know, if you're paying your taxes and you're not breaking the law. Paying your taxes, you're not breaking the law. It's not financial advice, but you know, you're allowed to have a VPN. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Actually, link in the description if you wanna sign up for any of the links in the description. It does help support the channel, and I really do appreciate it if you guys do so. It would be really cool. So if you wanted to join any of those links, we got the Discord link, and I don't know what's been going on with the Discord. I don't know if I messed it up, but I tried to put a verification feature in there, and all of a sudden it just went quiet. It went ghost, and I've not seen one single message or reply or emoji or anything in the Discord. Nothing. So do me a favor, guys. Go into the Discord and go into the Hangout chat section or whatever, and just like send a message, like do something, because like this, I think I broke it. I don't know what happened. So let me know if the Discord works. Go check the website, dancurtisuse.com. Go to the Twitter, and also we got, if you go to the link in the description, we got these links right here. We got the NAKA referral link. If you haven't tried out Nakamoto games, click that link and deposit some NAKA and test out the Nakamoto games. They're having some AAA game releases that they're affiliated with, which is Outlanders, which I've been checking out. So I'm gonna try and get into getting a early game access on that on Outlanders, and the token is called Land on the Binance Smart Chain. So that is just a tip-off, Dano Crypto tip-off, if you want to check out Outlanders Land. And check out all of the links. We were talking about NordVPN, so click on that. NordVPN is essential. And real quick, I want to show you guys this funny drawing. I think it's really funny. You'll love it. So basically, this is the strategy. BTC. You start getting BTC pumps. It goes into ETH. We saw that transfer already. That transfer then went into Solana fast. And then people started to trade all the memes, and then it started to pump even more. So then people start taking those profits into the layer 2s. So you take those profits 50-50. What are you going to do with them? You're going to DCA into your long-term bags. You're going to put more into BTC, and then you try and repeat that pattern over and over again. So then you're constantly upping your bags and getting, like, not round tripping, but getting, at least taking profits. All in here is a strategy to take profits. So let me know, guys, if you agree with this strategy and if you think it's a good strategy for taking profits. Let me know. Smash up the like and let me know in the chat if you agree with this cyclage here. We almost got 10 likes. We're super close. And if we look at how many viewers we have, so we've actually been getting more viewers on X than we've been getting on YouTube. But I haven't had anyone send a message yet besides myself testing it on x.com. So I would love for all you ghost watchers right now to send a message on X so I can see that you're alive, that you have fingers, that you're not just controlling it with the Neuralink with your mind. Because that could be possible. You could be the 14 test subjects that are watching live streams right now and you're watching Dana Crypto with the Neuralink. Could be very possible. All right, so we finally got back into a Doge trade because we got completely stopped out of our previous Doge trade. That was in a buy zone of 8 cents, which makes me want to cringe and cry, but it's okay. We thought we got too bullish. We got too bullish and thought the market was just going to keep going up and up and up. And we put in a limit buy order in our leverage trade, which made our average buy and liquidation price go up a lot more than we wanted it to, which triggered a liquidation. And it actually, well, no, it didn't trigger a liquidation. It actually triggered my stop loss. I had a stop loss set, which exited me completely out of the market. And then it just did not play out. Did not play out, guys. That was the one that I was like, yes, I got Doge at 8 cents. I'm going to hold this thing until it hits $1. And then that was going to print basically 10K right there. Oh, but, you know, is what it is, guys. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I think we're in some solid trades, though. But you can see here that we have realized some profits of about $800 on each of the SHIB trade and the Pepe trade. And we're just keeping these open to just kind of see what happens. You know, this is the moon bag trades here, and then we're in the BTC, and we're trying to we haven't, because the market's been pumping so much. We're waiting for a little bit of a pullback on some of these altcoins that we've been looking at. So we want to, so really we're DCAing, we're pulling profits, we are seeing where it could be, like even right now, putting in a limit order on this trade. I mean, it would have been nice to do that when we were in these levels at 61, when we were just retracing a little bit right here, hitting that level right there. Would have been nice, and even this level right here. So. But if you were looking at the daily, this is where I was putting in my buy orders, was all in these levels here, which has brought this average entry price to 51, and then this one at 34. So this is why I like to keep these open, because these keeping up long term, I'll be able to take these profits, roll it into other things, and hopefully get a nice cycle going. So, all right, guys. I have to end this live stream. I'm ready to chill. Hope you guys have enjoyed this live stream. And I'm going to pick scheduled times where I'm going to do live streams so you guys can keep up with it. And you can say, hey, this is when I know I'm going to go live, and we'll keep it consistent, and it'll be more planned. It'll be more structured. We will have a, a more structured format. I think that's the theme, because when we go live random, we start just kind of
We have some things planned, but then we just kind of let the thing ride. Oh, I wanted to mention, I forgot to mention about this. So I got airdropped this thing months and months and months ago. Kulo popped in my wallet. I got airdropped like $5 of it or something like that. And I thought, okay, it could be a scam. But then I was like, okay. Then I started, cryptosrus George started talking about it. Started popping up in the X feed. And so now they have a Kulo swap. And as you can see, pretty self-explanatory. It's a meme on the Polygon network, and it's a Polygon meme now that I'm going to start kind of swapping a little bit in here and there and just see what happens. So that's one little extra gem before I go. Oh, and we are in a injective trade on BITFLEX. This is one of the altcoins. I think we got a pretty decent buy zone because injective did go into all-time highs, going into the $52 ranges. So if we're going to be breaking up and starting to retest into a candle like that, we start getting more buy pressure on injective, then we'll be sitting at some nice profits on. And it also, we might just start putting in limit orders as we start getting more bullish price movements going into injective in these trades. So if you want to trade on BITFLEX, you get a good deposit bonus with my link. So use the link in the description. And yeah, I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. Remember, look at the halving. Look at where we are. We've never been in these levels at this close to the halving ever. We've never been in the yellow and the green before the halving. It's never in history. So this is what's making me think we're going to be pushing up into into 80,000 before the halving even happens. It's going to be cool. This is my favorite drum and bass line. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're feeling well, and I hope you're having a good night or a good evening or a good morning wherever you're watching. Thank you so much for coming into the live stream. I really do appreciate it. I think we covered everything that we wanted to cover. We'll look at the Brett chart real quick. Brett tested that 5 cents. Tested that 5 cents area again. I love it. So we had 2 tests of that 5 cents. I like that. That's looking good. So we're putting bets on Brett. We're putting bets on Kulo, Pepe for the memes. And then we'll run through the portfolio really quick. The mixed bag. Optimism, Arbitrum, Pepe, Polygon, BTC, Stacks, XYO, NAKA, Me, Metis, Radium, Orca, STG, Solana, Phantom, Chainlink, Ruin, Dogecoin, Chronos, and Near Protocol. So there you go, guys. All right. No problem. You're welcome. I love going live. I love when you guys come in and hang out and you give me all the questions and you test me, test my knowledge, and just help me get better at doing this and providing a quality, entertaining show for you guys. Thank you so much. If you have been with me from the beginning, or if you've been with me from at any point, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for giving me your time, because your time is valuable and it's the most valuable thing that you have. So if you are giving me any of it, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. God bless you guys and your families, and I hope you have a fantastic night and a good rest of the week. I'll see you in the next live stream. I'll see you in the next videos. Smash the like on the way out, and see you in the next one. Peace.